Back here on MustangsTV.com, halftime of the boys' action. And here in the first game, we got Lady Mustang coach Ashley Rutledge up after a opening 19-point win here in Cornersville. Coach, first game right there, kind of probably what you expected. Sloppy at times, looked great at times, up and down, but all in all, got a lot of players in, got a lot of good action by some of these young players, and eventually in the second half, we kind of got everything together and pulled away. What's your first take?
Well, overall, I'm proud of the effort. We'll take the W. It's always hard to get a W on the road, especially when there's nerves and younger players. And like you said, it was sloppy at times. Sometimes it looked wonderful, and then they make a turnover. But I was proud overall with the effort.
Of course, coming off the first game, you had a play day Saturday, so kind of got to work some action right there. But it's always a little different first game to see which combination works best with who. And you got in some early foul trouble early with Savory and Riley, and some of those older players, some of those experienced players got in foul trouble. So you had to sub in a few young ones. And, you get some young people that's not used to playing with each other. It takes them a little bit to gel. So
right.
All in all, like you said, a good effort. I got to say, by far we were definitely the most athletic team, nice height advantage. And I think they did what they needed to do, kind of what you expect them to do is they take advantage of those opportunities. I know it's a little different right there coming in and having some injuries and some sickness, I think, here in the last week. So you had to work around that a little bit.
Right. We've had 6 or 7 out with – we've had sinus infection, strep, stomach bug, and then, of course, we've had the injuries. And so this is probably the first time we've had us all together. Now we have one of our freshmen. She's at home right now sick. But as far as having our older kids, all the older kids finally got out there. Some of them were out just 2 days ago, sick. So hopefully we'll all get on the mend and we can get us all pulled together, and stay healthy.
Got a few days before the next game with the Giles County Bobcat football team winning their game Friday night. The girls-only game will now be pushed to Saturday. Me and KJ's going back and forth. Do we have a time for sure?
7 o'clock.
It is 7 o'clock. We've gone back and forth as to whether or not it was official.
Yes.
And so 7 o'clock, it will be a home game, correct?
Right, and I'm hoping if we can pull some strings together, we might have a JV game at 6.
Okay.
Possibly.
So probably stay tuned to that. We can get some word out either with the Lady Mustang Facebook page or Mustangs TV.
Right.
You can get that out. But for sure, it will be a girls-only game Saturday nights at the barn. First home game at the barn.
Right.
Expect everybody to come out, enjoy some Lady Mustang action, get your first look in the new year.
Right.
With 4 seniors and some younger players. And, you gotta say, like you said, the effort was great, but I think after the first quarter and a half, I think everybody settled down.
Right.
Coach included. And
I didn't get too hostile.
Nah. But, you gotta say they did well because, a lot of subs going in and out, and they played pretty well. Nice. Yeah. I'll say this, good intensity on the defensive end with a full court pressure, forced a lot of turnovers and got some easy baskets.
Yeah, and, with Savory on the ball, it's hard to pass over her. And then you've got Riley Littrell, who's like a wide receiver right there just looking to get a pass. And I tell you, with those 2, and then you add 3 kids going hard, that's a tough press to beat. And there's still a lot of mistakes in there. So, of course, as a coach, I'm going to see the mistakes and see what we need to work on. And as far as our turnovers, I think we ended up with around 19. It's not anywhere near what we want. So if we can cut those turnovers down, I like our chances, and I like how we look.
Absolutely. So come out, everybody, Saturday nights, 7 o'clock to the barn. Please come out, support these young ladies, and get your first look at the Mustangs before they get the basketball season kicked off. I'm excited. I'm glad basketball's here. I always enjoy it. It's good to see. It's hard to believe. Me and KJ just talked. Didn't seem long ago we were up at the Glass House calling that semifinal game, and of course, one game in, it's hard to say, you expect to do anything else, but you always want to, as you say, continue to grow, continue to get better.
Right.
And Saturday night's the next opportunity to do that. So
Yes, we're going to set our goals high, but one thing we talked about last night on Sports Mania was that we were going to shoot for district champs, and we're going to work hard. We still have a ways to go to achieve that, I think, but I think these girls work hard, so I like where we're headed.
Exactly. It's a building block approach. Without that foundation, you can't reach the top. And, of course, it started tonight with the first game, a 19-point victory here in Cornersville. Loretta Lady Mustangs will play again against Giles County Lady Bobcats Saturday night, 7 o'clock at the barn. Coach, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
First interview after the game of many. Here with Coach Micah Rochester. First game, Coach, come away with an 80-50 victory here in Cornersville. Got a lot of the young kids in. Of course, first game always got a few jitters starting out. Started off good, 7-0 run. Cornersville battles back, and then seemed like everybody kind of got their wits about them and pulled away there. What's kind of first takeaway here early on with the first game?
Oh, man, I'm thrilled. Like you said, playing those younger kids, and it's a lot of fun coaching these guys and having 10, 11, 12 guys you feel comfortable being able to play. And they've meshed. Nobody really cares who gets to play. We've really stressed on them that having 10, 11 guys is a plus. That when they're in there for 3 or 4 minutes, give it all they got. When they and we're gonna come get them. After they're coming out. 3 or 4 minutes, you're coming out, but you're going right back in. And I think our guys have really embraced that. That was some of the stuff you heard was, well, how you gonna mix those young guys and old guys? And I think if people saw the game tonight, that wasn't an issue at all. I mean, it's a great thing to have that much depth. You know, we look sloppy. We still got Miles and Logan. They had one practice. We've completely changed our offense, trying to do some things differently defensively. And so they're still got a little football in them. And so it was good to get over here and get that first game under our belt, and then be able to come back, have 4 or 5 days of practice, and maybe get everybody acclimated on the same page. But you know, Cornersville shot the ball extremely well, and you got to take your hats off to those guys. I mean, they played extremely well tonight, I thought.
Absolutely. I know watching from the stands, you got to be impressed with the hustle and the attitude. Everybody come out, like you said, they went in for the 3-4 minutes, gave everything they had, came back. It's nice to, you know, as we had a deep bench last year, but now to come back and only lose one senior from that team, and then you throw in these young kids, these freshmen, to come out and get them good minutes, you know, as they learn and get them good court experience. I know one game in, you got to be impressed, and as you said, get these 2 football guys back out, get ready for Mars Hill next Tuesday. But all in all, I think it's a lot of excitement about to be on the floor for the Mustangs.
Yeah, we're excited, man, about this season. And these guys, I mean, as good as they are basketball players and everything like that, they're better kids. I mean, our practices are so much fun. They're definitely, our kids are going to get better in practice because they're going to have to work every day to get better. I was telling Briley Glass and Jake Shaddix before the game, talking about this year's team, when we go 5-on-5, there may be a kid or two standing, even when we're going 5-on-5, that in years past might have been the first or second guy off the bench. So, I mean, it's a great luxury. Anytime you have this, the biggest worry is if kids get jealous or anything like that. But, I mean, like I said, I think we got such good kids, and they just want to win. I mean, that's all they're worried about. They don't care who scores, who gets the rebound, who does what. We just want to win, and you know, we've set some goals for ourselves as a team, and I think this group, that's what they're worried about, is accomplishing those goals.
Absolutely. Good first start to the season. Nice win over here in Cornersville. Get back to the practice court, get set for Mars Hill on Tuesday night. Coach, thank you for your time.
Hey, appreciate you guys.